Welcome or welcome back to Two Vegans Cook. I'm Lucy, this is Alice, and today we're bringing you the first video in our Around the World series of vegan recipes inspired from different cultures and cuisines.
Our last two videos were inspired by British and European cuisines, but we love eating a variety of cuisines and flavours from around the world, so we thought we'd bring some of these to you.
But before we tuck in, remember to subscribe and turn on the bell notification so that you don't miss any one of our recipes.
First up, for our around the world Indian-inspired vegan recipes is a lentils with 5-spice soda bread. It's really great, made just from store-cut ingredients, super quick to whip up as a weekday meal. It looks really impressive if you want to do it for a dinner party. It's really easy to make. The soda bread is a no-knead bread, and the lentils take half an hour. You just pop them in the pot and leave them to boil away. Couldn't be simpler.
Recipe number 2 for our around the world Indian inspired vegan recipes is this chana masala with dosa inspired pancakes. Now, they're not traditional dosas, but we do love dosas and we just wanted to have something really similar. They're so much easier to make in terms of the ingredients that you need and how long it takes. So a traditional dosa takes roughly 12 hours due to fermentation, and you need to use ground rice and ground lentils. So this recipe only uses chickpea flour, which just makes it so much more accessible in terms of the ingredients that you need to buy. The other great thing is the chana masala. It's such an exciting way to use chickpeas. You're making all of this with store-cut ingredients. Don't want to make the dosa inspired pancakes, then you could just have the chana masala with chips, mashed potato maybe if you're feeling that mashy potato. It's just so versatile, it will go with anything.
And last up in our around the world Indian inspired vegan recipes is our chaat. This is a one-pot meal. It's quite messy, so if you're a messy cook, it doesn't need to look perfect. It's great because you can use up the dosa-inspired pancakes from the chana masala recipe. Chaat is amazing with the sweet mango sauce and the spicy mint dip, which we made ourselves. We've included a link in the description below for the recipes that we use. But supermarkets have a really great range of chutneys on offer, so don't worry if you don't have time to make your own.
Dish number 1 for our Indian-inspired around the world vegan recipes is the easiest vegan curry you've ever made with a delicious spicy vegan soda bread inspired by Nadiay Hussain, and it's become our favourite side to go with any curry or saucy soupy dish. Start by making the bread. Preheat the oven to 200 degrees C, then prepare the vegan buttermilk. Mix 300 ml of plant-based milk in a jug with 3 tablespoons of lemon juice. We use oat milk, but soy milk works just well. Leave the vegan buttermilk to thicken and measure out the other ingredients. This takes roughly 5 minutes. Then mix 250 grams of plain flour, 250 grams of strong white bread flour, 1 teaspoon of salt, 1 teaspoon of bicarb of soda, and a pinch each of cumin seeds, mustard seeds, fenugreek seeds, nigella seeds, and fennel seeds in a bowl. Make a well in the centre of the flour and pour in the vegan buttermilk. Mix the dry and wet ingredients together to form a soft, sticky dough. Knead the dough gently to just bring it together into a nice ball. If the dough is really sticky, add a bit more flour until it's easier to work with, but just make sure not to add too much or your dough will kind of dry out. Place the dough on a baking tray. Before putting it in the oven, take a bread knife and make a deep cross shape across the dough so that the ball is cut into 4 segments. When it's baked, you'll then be able to tear off the 4 pieces and dip them in your lentil curry. Pop the vegan soda bread in the oven for 30 minutes. If you've made the soda bread, well done, pat yourself on the back because the hard work is now over. Now for the curry. Put 300 grams of red lentils in a pan with 2 litres of cold water, 2 bay leaves, 2 dried red chillies, 1 teaspoon of turmeric and 1 teaspoon of salt, and then leave this to boil for half an hour. Melt 100 grams of vegan butter in a frying pan with 2 or 3 crushed cloves of garlic, depending on how garlicky you want your butter, and then fry the butter and garlic until the garlic turns golden, and then set it aside until the lentil curry is ready. So once your bread is ready, take it out of the oven and leave it to cool on a cooling rack. You'll know it's ready because you can give the base a tap and it will sound nice and hollow. As soon as the lentils have had their half an hour, take them off the heat, drizzle in the garlic butter all over the lentils, tear your bread into 4 and dip it into your lentil curry. Honestly, it's delicious. Go and give it a go and let us know in the comments if you've tried this vegan soda bread and lentil curry.
Next up are our dosa-inspired pancakes, a quicker alternative to traditional dosas.
which often need to ferment overnight. Pour 300 millilitres of warm water into a bowl. Sieve in 200 grams of gram flour and whisk constantly until you have a smooth batter. Add half a teaspoon of garam masala, half a teaspoon of salt, a quarter of a teaspoon of pepper, and 1 teaspoon of bicarbonate of soda. Cover. We use a vegan wax wrap, but you can just use a tea towel, and leave in a warm place to rest for 30 minutes. Whilst the dosa batter rests, make the chana masala filling. Heat 1 tablespoon of oil in a frying pan. Add 2 teaspoons of cumin seeds and fry for 1 minute. Toss in 1 chopped onion, 1 to 2 crushed garlic cloves, a few teaspoons of grated fresh ginger, and half a teaspoon of ground turmeric. Fry until the onion is soft and translucent. Chop 4 tomatoes and add to the pan. Simmer for about 5 minutes until the tomatoes are soft. Add 2 tins of dried chickpeas, 4 teaspoons of garam masala, and a pinch of chilli powder. Cook for 5 more minutes, then add 1 teaspoon of sugar, half a teaspoon of salt, and the juice of half a lemon. Take the chana masala off the heat and keep warm whilst you cook the dosas. The pancake batter should have stood for long enough now. Whisk the batter to remove any lumps. To keep the first pancakes that you cook warm whilst you cook the rest of them, put the oven on a low heat and place a lined baking tray inside for your pancakes. Heat a large frying pan. We use a pancake pan which has low sides, making pancakes much easier to flip. Highly recommended if, like us, you make pancakes most weekends. Drizzle the pan with some coconut oil. When hot, spoon a ladleful of batter into the centre of the pan. Swirl it around until the batter thinly coats the pan. Now wait. The pancake takes about 2 minutes to cook through. If you try to flip it too soon, it will get stuck to the pan and you'll have a pancake disaster. Trust me, I've been there and it's not pretty. The pancake is ready to flip when its edges start to curl. After 2 minutes, use a spatula or palette knife to gently ease it away from the pan and flip. The first few might not be perfect. Ours definitely weren't, but you will get the hang of it really quickly. Cook on the other side for 1 to 2 minutes, then transfer to the baking tray and pop it in the oven to keep warm. Drizzle a little more oil into the pan and spoon in another ladle. Repeat until all the batter is used up. There is enough batter for 8 pancakes. Pancakes are best eaten immediately whilst they're fresh and warm, so if you don't want them all in one go, then use the rest up by making our vegan chaat recipe up next.
Part 3 of our Indian-inspired vegan recipes is our homemade chaat, mango chutney and mint sauce. If you have the time, I definitely recommend that you try making your own chutneys, as they are out of this world and they're pretty easy to make as long as you have a small food processor. You can find a link in our description to a small food processor which we use. It's so good, it's really quick, super easy to clean, and it's just great for things like this. Heat 2 tablespoons of oil in a large pan. Fry 1 finely chopped onion until it's soft and translucent. Add a few teaspoons of grated fresh ginger, 1 or 2 crushed garlic cloves, and fry for another minute. Stir in 1 teaspoon of chili powder and 1 teaspoon of ground cumin. Next, mix a crumbled block of smoked tofu. Let the mixture fry for a couple of minutes. Stir in 1 tin of drained chickpeas and tear in any leftover dosas. Add 100 millilitres of water, 1 tin of chopped tomatoes, and then lower the heat to let it simmer gently. In a separate pan, heat 2 tablespoons of coconut oil until it's hot. Add 1 teaspoon of mustard seeds and 5 dried curry leaves, and then fry until the mustard seeds start to pop. Take off the heat immediately and then drizzle this oil over the vegan chaat. You can sprinkle it with 1 teaspoon of garam masala and give it a good stir, and then serve it with the mango chutney and mint sauce. We hope you enjoyed our around the world Indian inspired vegan recipes. Now remember that this video is one of many in an around the world series that we're doing, so make sure that you don't miss any of our videos which come out every 2 weeks by hitting that subscribe button and turning on the bell notification. And please remember to like this video and comment below so that you can support our channel and support us to bring you more amazing recipes. So thanks again for watching. See you again next time. Bye! First up for our around the vegan Indian inspired... No. But before... Ow, I just picked myself on the chin.